Vogel and Thais Lopez-Vogel. For Hearst Media Production Group, President Frank Biancuso, Executive in Producer Scott Moore, Production Group LLC, Foundation, Media Production Group.
This is KCAL News, Los Angeles.
Fortunately, as it should, it's outraged many people.
Now at 5, a desperate search in the San Fernando Valley after a young boy is found dead in a parking lot.
Plus, the largest immigration raid of President Trump's second term. New numbers from the feds tonight on the number of people arrested during sweeps on SoCal farms.
And the vice president visits Disneyland with his family, sparking protests and strong words from the governor. Welcome to KCAL News at 5 on CBS Los Angeles. I'm Gio Insignares.
And I'm Hunter Sowards. We're also streaming on CBS News Los Angeles. We begin with a heartbreaking story in the San Fernando Valley. The body of a young boy found in the parking lot in Panorama City. Police are working to identify the boy, but say he could be as young as 3 or 4 years old.
The discovery was made around 7 o'clock this morning in a parking lot off Van Nuys Boulevard near Roscoe Boulevard. LAPD says officers are canvassing the area, searching for cameras or witnesses that could have captured the person responsible.
Fortunately, as it should, it's outraged many people. So everyone is trying to think of anything they could have possibly seen or any way they can help.
LAPD's Juvenile Division and Abused Child Unit is handling the investigation. Tonight, the White House says immigration raids at farms in Ventura and Santa Barbara counties are the largest of President Trump's second term.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says 319 undocumented Camarillo and Carpinteria on Thursday. Noem says 14 children were rescued from potential labor. She calls the operation one of the largest immigration sweeps since President Trump took office. Noem also thanked ICE and CBP officers, saying they faced assaults, violence, and bullets fired at them. Meanwhile, today, state and local leaders held an online town hall to discuss the raids. Attorney General Rob Bonta says the Trump administration is creating a culture of fear and mistrust where people are even afraid to go to work.
The president is waging war on American-born children, on immigrants with humanitarian parole, those seeking asylum, and hardworking members of our community who just want to provide for their families.
It's unclear where the migrants detained on Thursday were taken, and we spoke to people yesterday who said they were still searching for their loved ones.
Well, immigration raids are having a huge impact on street vendors, including those at the popular LA night market El Gato.
It shut down when the ICE raids began, and since reopening, organizers say there's been a drop-off in business. KCAL's Zach Boetto live in Pico Union, where things are drastically different at the once bustling market. Zach?
Yeah, Gio, vendors and organizers tell me that before this recent push for immigration enforcement here in Los Angeles, this was a very busy night market on the weekends. But since then, they've had vendors who have stopped showing up. They've had less customers showing up, and they've had to move locations across the street for more security. You'd think selling homemade ice cream on a hot summer day in LA would be an easy way to make a quick buck. But since federal agents ramped up immigration enforcement in the region, Pico Rivera vendors say they're struggling to make ends meet.
Well, it used to be very fun, family-oriented place. Everybody's smiling. Now, at these times, everybody's just waiting to make a sale, you know, and so it's kind of sad now.
Jeffrey Mejia says his parents have made a living making and selling homemade ice cream to a majority Hispanic community here on Union for the last 6 years. But he says the recent ICE raids have sent more than half of the vendors that were here into hiding, and now he's taking time off of his 9-to-5 job to help his parents pay the bills.
I'm just taking advantage of whatever I can, you know, so whatever comes home is whatever I came out without. So whatever I sell, I'm okay with, you know, to help my parents out.
Juan Ramirez from El Salvador says he's feeling the effects of the immigration enforcement too. On a day when he would usually make upwards of $500 selling ceviche in this area, he says he's now making less than half of that.
Now, no people, nobody, no money, no people in the streets.
And this all changed when?
1 month ago when the ICE raids started.
Even with a federal judge overnight filing a temporary restraining order barring immigration agents from making indiscriminate arrests in Southern California, these vendors say at this point they're still worried ICE agents could come back full force at any moment.
That's what we don't know. So everything's temporary at the moment, so we're still taking that risk. Because they're not going to announce, oh, it's already stopped, and they're just going to go out there again. So we don't know.
Now back out here live, organizers tell me El Gato Night Market will stay open tonight until 11:30. They'll be back open from 3 to 11:30 tomorrow as well. They also tell me that this move across the street had nothing to do with the city of Los Angeles. They say it was purely based on security for their vendors and customers from those federal ICE agents. Guys?
All right. Zach live for us there from Pico Union. Thanks so much, Zach. We've got some new video we want to show you tonight showing Vice President J.D. Vance and his family visiting Disneyland. So this video was posted on social media. It shows Vance, his wife, and 2 of his 3 children. The visit sparked a small demonstration last night in Anaheim. You see there where people marched to the Grand Californian Hotel, protesting the trip and protesting ongoing ICE raids across Southern California. Our cameras captured stepped-up security and law enforcement blocking the hotel where he appeared to be staying. Now, Governor Newsom weighing in on the VP visit, posting on X, saying, quote, "Hope you enjoy your family time, J.D. Vance. The families you're tearing apart certainly won't."
Some breaking news, a small grass fire in the Sepulveda Basin. SkyCal was over the flames within the last 30 minutes. The fire started along Woodley Avenue just before 4 p.m. Firefighters and park rangers are working to put out those flames.
Well, the good news is it was much cooler today than certainly earlier this week. Meteorologist Olga Ospina is here with our next weather forecast. Feeling pretty good out there.
It's feeling much better than these last several days. So temperatures are dropping, and you can see it, especially noticing it in our inland spots. So just a few degrees, but earlier this afternoon we were feeling it more so, and we'll continue with that cooling trend. Despite that cooling trend, it is still quite warm, especially for our deserts. We're still in the mid-90s for Lancaster into Palmdale. As we head to the LA Basin, feeling 75 degrees in Beverly Hills, downtown Los Angeles at 77, mid-80s for Pasadena, and a mix of 70s and 80s through Orange County. Heading into the Inland Empire, still quite warm in the mid-80s and low 90s for Fontana, into San Bernardino, and 94 degrees in Hemet. Yucaipa also at 90 degrees. Look at that, still some triple digits for Palm Springs at 111, and upper 70s across Big Bear City. We'll talk about what's expected as we head into the rest of the weekend and the new work week coming up here in just a few minutes.
Olga, thank you. In Texas, the search continues for those still missing in the devastating floods. Karen Hua reports today people are gathering to mourn and to pay tribute to the lives lost.
In Kerr County, Texas, it's been 9 days since deadly flash floods hit the region. It's been a week since rescuers